June 18, 1815, a day that would decide the fate of Europe, a battlefield where legends would fall, and history would be forever changed. In the heart of Belgium, a landscape that was once a serene patchwork of farmlands, the fields of Waterloo transformed into an arena of high stakes. This would be the setting for one of the most pivotal battles in history, a confrontation that was about more than just land. On one side of the battlefield, Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who had risen from obscurity to rule an empire, a military genius with a flair for the dramatic. He was a man who had tasted power and was not ready to relinquish it. His objective, nothing less than the restoration of his empire, and he was willing to stake everything on this one final gamble. Facing him, a formidable adversary, the Seventh Coalition. Comprised of an unlikely alliance of Britain, Prussia, the Netherlands and several German states, they were united in their determination to end Napoleon's rule. They were led by the unflappable Duke of Wellington and the relentless Prussian Field Marshal Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. Their goal was clear: prevent the resurgence of the Napoleonic Empire and restore stability to Europe. As the sun set on June 17th, a heavy tension hung in the air. The troops, cloaked in the colors of their respective nations, braced themselves for the carnage that was to come. The strategies had been laid out, the orders given, the battle lines were drawn. Napoleon, confident in his abilities, was banking on the element of surprise and the sheer force of his Grande Armée. The coalition, however, was equally determined, their resilience fortified by the collective desire to end the Napoleonic era. As dawn broke on that fateful day, the fate of Europe hung in the balance. The stage was set, and the players were ready. The air was thick with anticipation, every heart pounding with the realization that the coming hours would decide not just their own fate, but that of an entire continent. As dawn broke, the fate of Europe hung in the balance, with both sides preparing for what they knew would be a titanic clash. The battlefield was awash with courage, chaos and carnage as each side pushed to its limits. From the first light of dawn until the last ray of the setting sun, the Battle of Waterloo raged on, characterized by some of the most pivotal and dramatic moments in military history. Each moment a testament to the strategic brilliance, the raw courage, and the grim determination of the armies involved. The charge of the British heavy cavalry was one such moment. As the French infantry advanced, the British cavalry, led by the Earl of Uxbridge, rode forth in a thunderous charge. These were no ordinary soldiers, they were the cream of the British army, men who had honed their skills on countless battlefields. With their swords held high, they crashed into the French lines with a force that could only be described as catastrophic. The French infantry crumbled under the weight of this onslaught, their lines thrown into disarray. Then there was the defense of Hougoumont, a key strategic position on the battlefield. The garrison, comprised of Coldstream Guards, fought with a tenacity that belied their numbers. Despite being heavily outnumbered, they held their ground, repelling wave after wave of French attacks. The walls of Hougoumont witnessed a desperate struggle, one where every inch of ground was fiercely contested, and every moment was a battle against time and odds. But perhaps the most defining moment of the Battle of Waterloo was the final assault of the Imperial Guard. These were Napoleon's elite, his Grande Armée, the men who had been with him from the start, sharing in his victories and his defeats. As they advanced, the battlefield held its breath. This was the moment of truth. In the face of withering fire, the Imperial Guard pressed on, their resolve unbroken. But the coalition forces, led by Wellington and Blücher, stood firm. The Imperial Guard faltered, then fell back, marking the first time they had ever been repulsed in battle. Each of these moments was a testament to the grit and determination of the soldiers on both sides. Men who had left their homes and families behind to fight in a battle that would shape the course of history. Their courage and sacrifice were the true hallmarks of the Battle of Waterloo. The intensity of the battlefield was unprecedented, echoing the desperation of a fight not just for victory, but for survival. And as the smoke cleared, the true cost of this monumental battle would become painfully clear. But that is a story for another time. For now, we remember the courage, the chaos, and the carnage that unfolded on that fateful day in June, the day when legends fell and history was forever changed. Waterloo marked the end of an era, reshaping the map of Europe and closing the chapter on Napoleon's ambitions. With the smoke cleared and the thunder of cannon silenced, the battlefield lay strewn with the grim aftermath of war. The price of this single day was a staggering loss of life, with both sides counting their dead and wounded in the tens of thousands. The Seventh Coalition had won the day, but at a cost that was almost too heavy to bear. The British alone lost almost 15,000 men, while their allies, the Prussians, suffered a similar fate. The French under Napoleon fared no better. They too counted their losses in the thousands, a devastating blow to a nation already weary from years of war. Beyond the immediate human cost, the Battle of Waterloo had far-reaching geopolitical consequences. It marked the final defeat of Napoleon, ending his reign and his dreams of a French empire. This marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars, a turbulent period that had raged for over a decade, reshaping Europe in its wake. In the aftermath, the powers of Europe gathered at the Congress of Vienna, seeking to restore stability and balance. The map of Europe was redrawn, old kingdoms were restored, and new ones were created. This period, known as the Concert of Europe, was characterized by a delicate balance of power that would hold for almost a century, until the outbreak of the First World War. The Battle of Waterloo, then, was not just a military clash, but a turning point in history. It ended an era of warfare and ushered in a new age of diplomatic maneuvering and political alliances. It brought an end to the ambitions of one man, Napoleon Bonaparte, and set the stage for the rise of others, shaping the course of European history for generations to come. The battle was over, but its echoes would reverberate through history. The aftermath of Waterloo was a testament to the enduring impact of this pivotal moment, a testament to the cost of war and the relentless, unpredictable course of history. The echoes of Waterloo resonate to this day, a reminder of the thin line between glory and downfall. The Battle of Waterloo, a clash of titans that decided the fate of Europe, has permeated our culture and consciousness in profound ways. Even today, 2 centuries later, its shadow looms large over our collective memory. The battle has been immortalized in countless works of art and literature, each capturing the raw emotion, the harrowing sacrifice, and the relentless courage of those who fought. From Victor Hugo's vivid account in Les Miserables to the haunting lines of Lord Byron's poetry, Waterloo has been etched into the fabric of our cultural heritage. Modern commemorations also bear testament to its enduring legacy. Every year, thousands gather on the very grounds where the battle unfolded, paying homage to the fallen and reflecting on the lessons of history. The Waterloo Memorial in Belgium, with its iconic lion's mound, stands as a poignant reminder of the human cost of war and ambition. But perhaps the most profound legacy of Waterloo is its enduring lesson about the frailty of power and the fickleness of fate. It reminds us that even the mightiest can fall, that ambition unchecked can lead to ruin, and that the course of history can change in the blink of an eye. The Battle of Waterloo, a testament to the courage of those who fought, and a stark reminder of the cost of ambition, remains etched in our collective memory, a symbol of the human capacity for bravery, sacrifice, and resilience.